fandoms, a subculture composed of those enthusiastically devoted to something or somebody, ranging from casual interest to ravenous fanaticism. The first pop culture fandom started in the late 19th century with the Sherlock Holmes novel series, when readers began publicly mourning the death of a fictional character for the first time in recorded history. In the modern age, fandoms have evolved to include those who sometimes go as far as to commit their entire life to idolizing and adoring a certain figure. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with some of my fans at VidCon to learn the truth about what it really means to be what my fans refer to as Padildos. Why do these fans insist on being called such a horrifying and offensive name? And how did this ridiculous fandom name come to fruition? Are my fans independent, free-thinking people? Or are they brainwashed, submissive servants, willing to do my bidding, regardless of moral integrity? Hey,
all right, Anthony.
Hey.
Oh my.
Lauren,
Hey.
Randy,
Hi.
Anthony.
How's it going?
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching me about the wondrous world of being my fan.
Thank you for having me be your fan.
What do you consider yourself? A fan, a stan?
Probably just like a fan.
A longtime fan.
I want to identify myself as like a casual fan, you know, because I watch a lot of creators and stuff.
Yeah.
But I realized that I might be a little bit more addicted than I expected.
You're addicted to?
No, that's the wrong word.
You know, I've never used the word stan
You
for
don't
anything.
describe yourself as a stan?
But I guess that's probably the closest description. I'm just a really big fan.
How long have you been my fan?
Since 2011.
Since when the Assassin's Creed song, the first one came out.
At the very least, I started watching you in 2013, and the first video I've watched was definitely I Got Brainwashed.
I have been watching since 2007. I think I was 11 years old, and now I'm 23, so it's been
Whoa!
more than half my life.
12 years?
Yeah.
Why specifically are you my fan?
You were funny. Like it's
Word.
yeah, it's
Keyword. What does being a Padildo mean?
like yeah, what is being a fan of you?
No, what is being a Padildo?
Yeah, being a fan of Anthony, of you.
You identify
Which-
as a Padildo?
Yes, I am a proud Padildo. Yes.
It means a lot to me because, you know, like, I've made like a lot of like connections with a lot of different people like over the internet and everything. So Chris is my fiance and we met because of you and Smosh and everything. And actually, it's kind of embarrassing. The whole reason why I found Chris was because he did an air humping competition with you. It was at
You
VidCon.
found your husband because he was air humping?
I tweeted him and I was like, hey, you're a bad. That means a lot because it's, I don't know, it's just kind of like scary to kind of think about that if I never became a fan of you, then I don't know where I would be today. Honestly, I wouldn't have Chris. My anxiety, my panic attacks wouldn't have gotten better. It's just kind of like this really weird like domino effect. And if I just really never became a fan, then none of that would have happened.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. How egotistical do you think it is that I'm making a whole video about people loving me right now?
Not egotistical.
You don't think so?
No.
You know, you're gonna get exposed, so we'll let you have your time for now.
Are you self-conscious about being referred to as a Padildo in public?
Yeah, I am.
Would you be embarrassed about it at all?
About being your fan, no. Maybe the name slightly.
Why don't you like that word?
It's horrible.
I didn't pick that name. Don't put blame on me.
You kind of did. You
I
brought
had
it
to
up.
give the people what
You
they
were the-
wanted.
I'm pretty sure no one wanted that.
Is it weird to watch me in a tiny little screen and then all of a sudden see me sitting here all huge?
It is a little jarring, but it's also kind of the greatest experience of my life.
What? Don't exaggerate. Stupid,
Okay,
but like don't
second
exaggerate.
greatest.
There you go. Being birthed was number one.
Which I still have a fond memory of.
How did your expectations before meeting me compare to now sitting down with me and meeting me officially?
If I'm being honest, I think you're seriously one of the most genuine people. You are like the same on camera as you are in real life. You're so nice and just welcoming.
Thank you. Oh my god, I was expecting like some kind of joke to be said. Woo!
Yeah, my mom said you got way more handsome.
Yeah!
Yeah, with the new hair and everything.
Anthony
Whoa!
Padilla, mother approved.
Mother approved.
Has being a fan impacted your life in a positive or negative way?
When I first started watching you guys on YouTube, that's genuinely what got me into wanting to go into film, which is what I'm planning on doing in for a career.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go major in film in college, and I don't think I would have ever done that if I hadn't have watched your videos.
You inspired me to actually make my own videos and become a filmmaker. And I went to college for filmmaking because of you. And it turned into me actually having a somewhat successful channel now. And I seriously feel like I never would have found this passion if it wasn't for you. And I really thank you so much. Like, I owe all of it to you.
Dude, I'm glad.
What's something about you that you think makes you stand out from the rest of my fans?
Most people love you, you know, and I just don't.
I was one of the fans that adapted to American humor after knowing Chinese humor for my entire life. Even though my English was not good back then, I could barely understand 30 to 50% of everything you were talking about in the video, but I could use the visual to try to grasp the concept, and I would say that not everyone will have this experience, and that makes it kind of special.
Do you think you'd be a fan of me now if I never co-created Smosh when I was a teenager?
To be honest, when you first left Smosh, you had this really weird kind of era of I don't know what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
But you started this series, the I Spent a Day With series, and I feel like it's probably the best thing that you've done.
Ever?
Ever.
Whoa. Did you like me better before or after I left Smosh?
Oh.
Did it really affect you when I left? I'm leaving Smosh.
I cried. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
I literally started crying, and then I texted my ex-girlfriend.
Why your ex? Sometimes the heart does weird things when you're in a vulnerable place. Jamie T wants to know what your best impression of me is.
Jamie, I'm gonna freaking kill you. This is my sister.
This is your sister?
Yes, this is my sister, Jamie. Oh my god! My name is Anthony Padilla.
If you think your stupid pink frost sprinkle donuts could be my new favorite food,
That was pretty accurate. If there's something that I did that you didn't agree with for personal or moral reasons, something that was offensive or just pushed it too far, would you still support me or would you hold me accountable?
I think it just depends on what it would be.
Why do you think there's so many people that would just mindlessly support someone despite doing horrible things?
They don't necessarily look at the person, they look at the content.
Right.
Let's say a musical artist, for example. If they're doing really, really bad, things.
Yeah.
But let's say, they made a bop, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's on the radio all the time, they don't care.
Yeah.
They just care about the music.
They're like, yeah, this guy murdered someone, but his song is a bop. Remember how a couple videos ago I said that if that video received a certain amount of likes, then I would start selling Best Interviewer shirts?
oh yeah, that didn't get.
That video completely hit that goal, spot on, perfectly, knocked it out of the park, and you're gonna be one of the first people on this planet Earth to receive a Best Interviewer shirt and wear it and then use the powers from it to interview me.
Oh yes!
And that is for you.
Oh, right.
Oh my god, can you believe that you can get this on Padildoshop.com and for the next 7 days you could get 20% off with the code PADIL20 right now, Padildoshop.com.
So I actually did take these questions from your comment section.
Nice!
So the first one is, of all the different communities that you've interviewed, which one would you want to be a part of the most and why?
The animation community. I really wanted to be an animator when I was younger, and I animated stuff really poorly for about 2 years. I was doing that, and I was so excited while doing that interview because I realized that could have been my life. That was a path that I was on, and I chose to go a slightly different direction, but that could have been me.
What is one thing you regret about starting YouTube so young?
I saw myself as just a projection of my work. So the more people like that, the more I felt good about myself. And I think I got so attached to it that when something wasn't, performing well, or people didn't like it, or they had something bad to say about it, I felt that on me.
How has your anxiety affected your career as a YouTuber, and how have you overcome it?
I've started going to therapy heavily. Anyone that can go to therapy, please do. It's super helpful. But I've started being able to understand who I was, where I came from, how I was and acted when I was a kid. And I've started being able to sympathize more for my past self. And it's helped me learn why I feel the ways that I feel now. And because I have sympathy for my younger self, I'm able to have sympathy for me now.
Do you think you actually have the skill or talent that you deserve to be as successful as you are right now?
I constantly deal with self-doubt, and I never feel like I am deserving of anything I have, and I feel like it's all going to leave at a moment's notice, and I definitely feel like I didn't earn it, so I could lose it at any point.
Okay, so it is a constant worry, huh?
It never goes away.
Would you ever make another video with Smosh in the future or appear in their podcast?
Right at this very moment, I feel like I'm really enjoying kind of creating my own path for what I'm doing, and I feel like if I were to jump over and do some stuff there, it would be revisiting my past a little bit. And right now I just really want to focus on creating new things. What do you think the biggest misconception about being a fan of me is?
Probably that we're all incompetent.
I have competent viewers! Look how confident he is in being competent.
I think a misconception is that they're young, because
Yeah.
since you switched over, I think they still think that it's mostly young.
People think like just because we're fans, we just don't have like lives. Like we don't do anything besides just like watch YouTube or anything. But that's not true for me. I'm a full-time mom and everything, and
Yeah.
we have lives.
Yeah. What do your parents think about you being a fan of me? Hey!
How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to know what you think about your child being a fan of mine.
Oh, you know what? I actually am thrilled about it, to be honest. When she grew up, she was just like really kind of shy and quiet and reserved. And then when she started getting into Smosh, she started opening up, and then she met Chris, and now I have a wonderful son-in-law and a granddaughter, and I couldn't be happier. And
Oh.
I mean, I think you're really, really a great guy. I'm so glad I get to tell you that personally. I can't believe that.
Well, thank you.
If y'all don't subscribe, all of his hair is gone, his eyebrows are gone, and this thing that you love in the back of his videos, gone.
You got 5 seconds to promote or say anything you want directly into camera. Go.
Check us out on YouTube, Culture35, and on Instagram at Culture35, CULTER35.
So shout out to the animation community, subscribe to Henry Zhang, follow me on Twitter, and also support all the YouTubers.
Follow me on Twitter or anything else at Pinky Ruth. Also, hi mom.
Follow me on Twitter at Branday. Follow my fiance on Twitter at Chris the Editor. And happy birthday, Dad! I love you.
Thank you so much, Anthony. I feel like I fully understand the wondrous world of being a Padildo.
I'm glad that I helped you understand it, hopefully.
After spending the day with my fans, I've come to understand why people might consider themselves an active supporter of me and my channel. If you're a fan of mine watching this right now, I hope you realize how positively you've affected me and how much you mean to me as well. See you later, bye guys.
点个赞。
Anthony and I,
We're walking down.
the street when...
A giant bear came.
Nope, not gonna say that, actually.
We're gonna make a clean fanfic.